Oh man, it was a long day, man. Long damn day. I was gonna do a video early. I'm just in DC, looking at the view, man. But that was a good fight, man. Burials, man. Y'all gotta. Everybody keeps saying Burials not a real champion and all this dumb shit, man. Look, that kid fought like whether he got the real belts or not, man. Y'all gotta give it up to that nigga, man. Cause he went out there. He went up there and fought a dangerous puncher, and he could have packed it in. Tank caught him with some body shots early. Tank caught him with some big shots early. And the kid just stood there and took that shit and gave it right back. Barrios will be champion again. You got to shout out to them. Because a lot of people would not have fought that fight, would not have fought Tank like that. A lot of people would not have went forward like that and fought him back a Tank up. Man, he was hitting Tank with some hard shit. And Tank just took it. Tank just took it. But that shit could have dropped him. But he just took it. Man, you got to shout the Burgos. But, man, that fight, man, that fight was a good fight. But Tank got it. He got to get some of these niggas in the ring with the names, man. He got to fight Lomachenko. He got to. I don't want to see him fight Devin Haney, man, because I want to see Devin Haney. I want to see Devin Haney get better. I want to see Devin Haney get better before he take on a fight like Tank. I think Tank just got too much experience and too much power. He's just too dynamic of a fighter for young Dev right now. But Dev will give him a good fight. But I see Devin get stopped late, around the 8th, 9th round. But I want to see the Teofimo's father on crack, man. This nigga, him and his father talk some shysters, man. They don't talk. Something is up with them niggas, man. Something is up with those niggas, man. But that was a good motherfucking fight, man. Back and forth, man. Barrios went in there, man. He shocked the shit out of me, man, because I thought I ain't think he was gonna throw that many punches with Tank. I didn't think he had it in him. I didn't think Barrios had it in him to go. I've seen Tank I've seen him in the gym, man, putting in pain on big motherfuckers. And I'm talking about you can hear those shots all through the gym. So I don't know how Barrios was sitting there taking that shit like that. Barrios tough as shit. Barrios, man. I'm more impressed with Barrios getting knocked out than Tank knocking him out. Cause I don't see how he fought that fight, man. He was giving Tank some good body shots. He had good body. He better than what I thought he was, man. He shocked the shit out of me. He a good ass boxer, man. He a good boxer. I think he should have backed up a little bit, man, and used his range more. And he could have won that fight. He stayed in there too long, trying to go punch for punch with that kid. Is strong and athletic, man. He a good boxer, man. He could have won that fight. He could have won that fight. And his coach gave him some bad information. And it wasn't for Calvin. And I don't think Tank would have won that fight, man. Cause he ain't want to let that right go. He ain't want to let that right go. As soon as Calvin told him to let it go, he was scared. He thought Barrios was baiting him. In. But he could take Barrios shots. But Barrios wasn't baiting him in. Barrios was just dealt with Barrios. And Tank didn't want to get caught. That could tell you how tough that guy is. That tell you how tough he is. Calvin told him to let it go. Let that right go. And his last opponent, was catching him with that right too. And he was a southpaw. But I seen it. But I ain't hear what Calvin said, let it go. I know one of his coaches in there, he was either Kenny or it was Calvin. One of them said, let that right go. I think it was Calvin. They see the shit. They out there see it. Tank don't see it. But Tank don't want to let it go. Tank, soon as Tank let it go, he dropped his ass. He dropped his ass in the eighth. Then he dropped him again. That shit was, man. That was a good ass fight, man. But man, it's time for Tank to start getting these niggas now, man. It's time for him. If I was Tank, I would either fight Regis or Taylor. See what they got. See what they bang with them. Everybody think these guys are. Everybody think Tank he just some little kid that can't fight, or that's all he got is power. I want to see, man. It's time for Floyd to put him in there with Regis or Taylor. Since Regis is so powerful and he can box so good, just see what he do when he just looking. I think Regis is looking for a payday, because I don't think he could beat Tank. I don't think he could beat him. I think Tank can outbox him. I think Tank can make him miss, and I think Tank will start once Tank catches speed and catches timing. I think Tank could knock him out. And Taylor, I got Taylor. I got that a 50-50 fight with Taylor, because I seen Taylor getting hit with some shit when he fight against Ramirez. And if Tank a different type of fighter, he'll go to the body. He'll go to the body on this. He'll go to the body on the nigga. See, a lot of fighters don't know how to place their shots. They don't know how to place their shots. Tank, people underestimate how important it is where you place your shots at. Tank is an expert at where and when to place your shots. All those knockouts from all those people don't come by accident. He know what he's doing. He know when you making mistakes and when you reaching, when you're not coming back. He's looking at every little thing. He's just watching every little thing you do until he's straight. And then once Calvin tell him to start walking you down, and Calvin tell him oh yeah, he doing this and this and that. Calvin is an expert trainer, man. I've been in the gym. I grew up with Calvin. We lived in the same building. I grew up with Calvin. Calvin know boxing. Calvin know boxing in and out. And Kenny know boxing in and out. I used to argue with Kenny all the time about boxing. Kenny, but me and him don't agree on shit. But me and Calvin agree on a lot of shit. But me and Kenny don't agree with shit. I used to call a nigga Boris Zukov and shit. He ain't like me or my cousin. But that was a good fight, man. That was a good fight, man. Cal, it's time for Tank to step up. It's time for them to put him in there with Regis, Taylor, somebody, man. It's time to put him in there with a killer, man. It's time to put him in there with a killer. Good fight.